get a call that says your Medicare card is being replaced, and all you need to do is confirm your Medicare beneficiary identifier so the new card can be mailed. The number you read out is not going to a government system. It is going to someone who will use it to bill Medicare for equipment you never received, appointments you never had, and prescriptions you never asked for. The fraud does not end until someone catches the claims, and the average delay between the theft and the detection can be measured in months.
Chen here. Last episode we covered the SSA and IRS threat call scam. Today we move to a pattern that targets Medicare beneficiaries specifically, all 67 million of them. The Medicare number is worth more than a Social Security number to a medical billing fraudster because it is the direct key to the billing system, and unlike a bank account, you cannot simply change your Medicare number if it gets compromised without going through a formal CMS process.
Grace here. In 2026, these calls are no longer pre-recorded robocalls with obvious audio artifacts. They are AI voice agents reading synthesized scripts that mimic CMS phone representative speech patterns, and caller ID spoofing lets them display the actual 1-800 Medicare number on the recipient screen. The combination of a familiar official number and a fluent patient AI voice is what makes the 2026 version of this scam harder to dismiss than its predecessors.
Lewis here. The scale helps explain why this scam persists. CMS and the HHS Office of Inspector General track fraudulent claims in the hundreds of millions to billions of dollars each year across Medicare fraud categories, with durable medical equipment being consistently the highest loss category. The fraudsters who buy a stolen MB1 do not use it once. They run claims across multiple providers until the account flags.
Zara here. CMS actually did mail new Medicare cards between 2018 and 2019, replacing the old Social Security number-based cards. Many beneficiaries remember that real card swap. Scammers exploit that history by making a fake replacement call feel like a routine continuation of something that genuinely happened.
The Medicare beneficiary identifier is an 11-character alphanumeric code, unique to each Medicare beneficiary. It replaced the Social Security number on the Medicare card starting in 2018, specifically because the old system meant your Social Security number was printed on a card you were supposed to carry in your wallet. The MBI is the key to the Medicare billing system. Any provider who has it can submit claims on your behalf to CMS.
Once a fraudster has a valid MBI, the most common monetization path is durable medical equipment billing. A phantom DME company submits claims for wheelchairs and back braces, orthotic sleeves and diabetic supplies. The beneficiary never receives anything, and the provider may not exist at all beyond a billing address. CMS pays the claim because the MBI is valid and the procedure code matches a covered benefit.
Good framing, Lewis. In July of 2024, the Department of Justice announced charges in a national healthcare fraud enforcement action that included multiple durable medical equipment kickback schemes across several states. Defendants were charged with billing Medicare for equipment that was never delivered, using patient identifiers obtained through telemarketing calls. These are not isolated cases. The HHS OIG reports DME fraud as one of its top enforcement priorities every single year.
The detection delay is part of what makes this fraud durable, Chen. The explanation of benefits that Medicare sends to beneficiaries, the document that lists what was billed in your name, can arrive 60 to 90 days after the claim was submitted. By the time a beneficiary reads the EOB and notices a claim for a wheelchair they never requested, the fraudster has moved on to the next batch of MBI numbers. Most beneficiaries read EOBs briefly or not at all.
And the Medicare number is rarely the only thing the call harvests. The scammer asks for the MBI to confirm the card, then asks for date of birth to verify identity, then asks for a current mailing address for the new card. Those three pieces together are enough to open credit accounts and submit benefit claims through other channels. They also establish a full medical identity theft profile that can take years to unwind.
The rule that cuts through this scam is one sentence long. Medicare will never call you to ask you to verify, confirm, or read out your Medicare beneficiary identifier. CMS already has your MBI. You cannot verify it to them over the phone because they issued it to you. Any call that asks for it is not from Medicare, regardless of what the caller ID displays.
What CMS actually does when a replacement card is needed is mail the card to your address on file. There is no phone activation step and no confirmation call. If you have moved and CMS does not have your new address, update it through medicare.gov. You can also call 1-800-MED, ICARE, the real number you look up yourself on the CMS website.
The Senior Medicare Patrol Program is worth knowing about, Chen. SMP is a federally funded program with trained counselors in every state who help beneficiaries identify and report fraud. The national helpline is 1-877-808-2468. The service is free and requires no membership.
4 red flags on this call: urgency about your card expiring or coverage being disrupted, a caller ID showing a Medicare or CMS number, a request to read out your MBI or date of birth, and a framing of routine card replacement that borrows from the real 2018 swap. Any one of those alone is enough to hang up.
The safe response is to hang up immediately. Do not read any numbers, do not confirm your date of birth, and do not press any key to be connected to a representative. After you hang up, call 1-800-MED, ICARE at 1-800-633-4227 using the number you look up on medicare.gov. Do not dial any number the original caller gave you.
If you have already read your Medicare number to a caller who you now suspect was a scammer, call 1-800-MED, ICARE as soon as possible and explain what happened. Ask a representative to place a note on your account and walk you through the process for reviewing recent claims activity. CMS has a process for flagging accounts after a potential MBI compromise, and the earlier you make that call, the smaller the window for fraudulent billing to accumulate.
The HHS Office of Inspector General is the primary reporting destination for Medicare fraud. You can file a complaint online at oig.hhs.gov or call 1-800-HHS-TIPS, which is 1-844-78477. The OIG complaint system feeds directly into the investigative database that tracks DME fraud rings and other billing fraud networks. Your report is not just a personal record, it contributes to the larger enforcement picture.
File with both the Senior Medicare Patrol and the FTC. The SMP helpline at 1-877-808-2468 connects you with a counselor who can walk through the complaint process and help you interpret EOB documents that arrive afterward. The FTC's reportfraud.ftc.gov portal takes the call details and the spoofed caller ID number. It feeds all of that into the Consumer Sentinel database that law enforcement uses to track scam networks.
The EOB audit is the most practical follow-up step after a potential MBI compromise. Every quarter, pull out your Medicare explanation of benefits statements that CMS mails to your address and read every line. Look for providers you do not recognize, services in cities you have not visited, or equipment you never received. If you see anything unfamiliar, call 1-800-MED, ICARE, and ask for a claims review.
These calls are run by professional fraud operations that have executed this script thousands of times. If someone you care about gave out a Medicare number to a caller like this, that is a predictable response to a deliberate deception, not a personal failure. Report it, audit the EOBs, and share what you know. Drop in the comments. Have you or someone you know received this exact call?
If you forget everything else in this video, remember, Medicare never calls you to ask for a number they already have. Hang up and call back on the number you look up yourself at medicare.gov.
Today we covered the Medicare card replacement scam from the moment the AI voice call arrives to what to do if a Medicare number was already given out. Your Medicare beneficiary identifier is the direct key to the billing system, and a fraudster with that number can submit equipment and prescription claims in your name for months before you see a single explanation of benefits. The rule is one sentence: Medicare will never call you to verify a number they already issued to you.
3 years from now, you will get a call about your Medicare card. You will hang up immediately and find that number on the CMS website yourself, because you watched this episode today and you already know the one rule that stops this scam before it starts.
Next episode, the one call that tells you there is a warrant for your arrest. A call the United States Marshals Service has a dedicated advisory program for, and the single question that reveals it is a scam in under 30 seconds.
K. Subscribe to AI Scams Exposed so you do not miss it. Every episode in this series covers a different AI-powered scam pattern with the specific red flags and a clear response protocol. Share this one with the Medicare beneficiaries in your life.
See you next time.
I am Professor Erica, signing off. Audit your EOBs, share this with someone who needs it, and remember, hang up and call the number you find yourself.